the morning. I am at I am in Santa Monica. I'm still alive. My eye is a lot better now. And yes, I'm the one with the black eye a few weeks ago. Yolanda Carter punched me in the eye directly. I turned around and saw her running away from me after she was standing right behind me, tall black girl, never caught. And I went to the police station in Santa Monica to report her to B. Bell. Did nothing. Nothing came of it. Lover boys. And this is Sylvia Lydia Morelos. And there's rumors going around that the snitches are involved with these cops in other ways. And, I don't want to get too graphic about it, because I'm not into NC-17 shit. But this is Santa Monica, California, and I'm right behind the police station. And Santa Monica, California. This is Sylvia Lydia Morelos. I just got out of the Culver City psych ward hospital, and I needed a lot of rest and nutrition. I hadn't slept for 8 hours straight, 3 weeks in a row for about 2.5 months. I was homeless. Okay, so the buses are making noise now. That's Santa Monica bus, mind you. I have pictures of them on Facebook from 2 years back. And a little got stuck in my backpack. Anyway, a lot has been happening in Santa Monica, California. I've been reporting on the fact that my mother, Sylvia Lydia Garcia, date of birth 10/29/1956. My grandmother, August 8, 14, 1928, their date of birth. And my brother Jesse Alexander Rubio, date of birth 4/15/1981, were all systematically raped and murdered by these people. I found something that proved that in Santa Monica, California, not too long ago, off of the Vaughn's food cart, and I took the little poster off of the food cart, and it had my grandmother's. The blonde lady had my grandmother's eyebrows and nose, and a lot of these perps are going around wearing the exact same thing: the eyebrows, the nose, the facial features. And I'm like, oh wow. And there's a rumor going around that someone in a musical group, I don't know, they're involved in all this crap, and the rapes and the murders of my mom, my grandmother, and my brother Jesse. There is a lady going around pretending to be me. Her name is, I also realized, she's using Sylvia Lydia Morelos. Morelos was my mom's married name. She was using that social security card with that last name for at least 4 years before they were divorced. I'm like, wait, she's going around using my mom's married name, and she's pretending to be me, and she's an illegal. So you know what I feel about illegals. Sylvia Lydia Morelos. I'm still alive. The cops here are too friendly, and Santa Monica OPCC is also too friendly, and they're known for being one of the most corrupt places, around. WASPy types, WASPy Wise, WASP the Wise, OPCC, Oak Park Community Church, and 92105, for example, is a Revivalist Jehovah Witness Church. And Jehovah Witness equals Islam. That's what we have in office, shit like that. So it's, I think we've come full circle here with regards to my family. So, they one thing that they did, I usually wear glasses, so I'm going around squinting. And somebody implied in the psych ward that I don't wear glasses, because I caught it when I was there. And I've been wearing glasses since the 5th grade. I'm nearsighted. And they were Dolce & Gabbana glasses that I bought in Mission Valley Mall a couple of years ago. And I know that it irks these people that I had something brand name. And I'm thinking, just because of my disability doesn't mean I can't afford anything. And I had 3 coupons. I was giving 3 discounts at Coupon Style Kelly and Mission Valley Lens Crafter. They're really wonderful glasses, and you'll see me on Google with my big red frames. And I miss those glasses because I can't see shit without them, and not very well. And I think they were counting on that, but I'm a survivor, so go figure. And they broke. I was asleep one night in Santa Monica, and I put my glasses next to my tote bag to sleep, and I woke up and the bridges of my glasses were literally sewn. They were sewn off, cut off, and I've been wearing glasses since the fifth grade, so usually the bridges are either bent out of shape or the screw is loose. These are the type of glasses I was thinking when I first bought them. These can't break very easily, so they literally had to cut through the little thingy that held them together. And I was carrying around the frames, and I was carrying around my glasses, and I go, there go my frames, there go my glasses, I can't see shit. And it's been about, I don't know, a little bit, about 1 month now. So I can't see very well, and I think these stupid people were counting on that. And little do they know, I went without glasses for 8 months, I think, when I was in 2013, when I was in Texas, and in Houston, and I can pull it off. But now people are saying, that's not her. I'm like, you've got to be kidding me. That's someone else. I'm like, I've got a tattoo on my lower back. I'm no longer overweight, over 200 pounds. I was taking Depakote. Mind you, they're calling me schizo. I'm not schizophrenic. I don't hear voices. I don't have delusions. I don't have mood swings. They're pulling, it's like an NIH 1960s all over again, behavioral health. We're trying to describe psychological warfare to a fascist or corrupt psychiatrist. They're going to label you loony from the get-go. For example, I sat in front of Dr. Paul Strauss one day at Sharp City in San Diego when I was going to behavioral health day program, and I'm like, I'm going outside. They're following me around. And they're aware of me wherever I go. Like, you're paranoid. And I'm like, so I'm going around. He's following me around wherever I go, and he's following me around wherever I go. And these people are all over the place. I'm the type of person who likes to be by myself. I'm a loner type. And I don't like what loner connotates. It's kind of a negative connotation. I'm more of a happy person than that, And but I like spending time by myself. I like my own space. But anyway, they follow me around. They're all over the place. It's like, Sylvia, you're not that important. Most people don't even think twice about you when you're out there. Bye-bye. Like, asshole. So that was a while back, back in like 2011 or 2012 when I wrote The Long Struggle for Freedom. Then The Long Struggle for Freedom continues. It really pissed me off when I saw U2 win a Golden Globe for Mandela, The Long Road to Freedom. I'm like, you've got some fucking nerve, I told them. I wrote that in 2011. They got that Golden Globe in this year, I think. It was really pathetic when I realized it. And I don't like U2 and Bono. They don't have the greatest reputation either. So I'm like, I'm not even going to go there. I don't like murderers. I don't like rapists, and I take that very personally, hint. And I've been getting death threats. My eye has recovered from that assault. I was assaulted with a hose by Jimmy, and the white guy with the beanie. I think he may have been spreading rumors that I was a whore, that I was sleeping with him. I'm like, you know what? I think I could do better. I'm not, whatever. And I've been, just for the record, I don't want to be crass, but I've been abstinent for almost 3 years now. In June 2012, these fuckers are going around telling people, including Craig A. Latham, whose illegal ID, actually asked him for it, and he showed it to me, dated, date of birth 8/14/1974 from Arizona. That's a fake ID that he has on him, Craig A. Latham. That's my grandmother's birthday, 8/14. Anyway, they're going around saying rumors that I'm a whore, that I slept with him. And no, I just woke up. The Bradley Mann note. They put crosses on the beach, laid out. They're spread out on the sand, and there's white crosses and there's red crosses, and each cross represents deceased veterans. And I'm like, oh, that's wonderful. And the white crosses represent individual veterans, and the red crosses, from what I heard a volunteer say to someone else, the red crosses represent whole tents of veterans and military men and women who have passed during wartime. So I'm like, and he said that if it was individual, that it would take up more space and a lot more territory on the beach, and that's pretty rewarding to be there and to honor our dead military. Hold on, I'm getting people coming my way now. That's intimidation. What are they going to do, chop off my head? Did you know that censorship is not an option in the United States? Yeah. If you look at if you like Google the Doodle Oogle book, you already know. God damn you people. I hate it. Google the Doodle Oogle book. I think it's a funny book that you can buy. That's the nickname I've given it. Google the Doodle Oogle book. In actuality, it's Brain Games for the Creative Noodle, something like that, by Pill Publications, 2010. And it's Brain Games, Dare to Doodle, Creative Exercises for a Healthy Noodle by Pill Publication, P-I-L Publications, copywritten 2010. Publications International, Lincolnwood, Illinois, and Pill Publications, and it's starring Maggie O'Connor, the Great Doodlers. And the backpack dude, he's a picture of that is in him in a page where Joseph Reith is telling his brother Peter Reith to keep go on the bus out of here. And for example, 25th and K 92102, there is a mural, Artivista, it says on there. I'm like, oh my God, I saw a mural with the Third Reich proponents. Peter Reith now, he's on that wall making fun of Cesar Chavez, and they're wearing stripes a la Chris Guillebeau. If you go down to 25th and K, you will see 25th and K 92102. I used to live in a boarding care not too far from there, Tina Baker boarding care. Anyway, 25th and K, look at the mural on the wall. There's a corner liquor store, very Krakatoa-ish. Krakatoa is a Krakatoa is a little coffee house that serves great sandwiches, by the way. Really good salad with a potato salad. But they're very racist, and it's very white supremacy up there. On 25th and K, there is a Jehovah Witness hall a block away from there, and to my chagrin, Chagrin. Yes, I'm an educated woman with a bachelor's degree from Latin American study. Yes, for all you detractors, Tor especially, I do have a degree. I am not Tor. I don't like being molded without my questions, because I don't question anything rotten to the core, bitches. So I question everything. That's kind of a plus for me. Anyways, there's a couple of dogs in the parking lot, and I saw the dog. I like dogs. I think they're great. And I saw one a la Creative Doodle Google Oogle book with this face, this human-like face, and I'm like, oh my God, it's a brown dog. It looks like someone. It could be Latham, it could be Bono, I don't know, but it does have that facial feature, human style face, and the dog looked really sad. I'm like, I'm not going blind, but yeah, the dog looked like it was in pain, and I don't blame him. There's two dogs there, and it's on the same street, 25th and K. Across the street, the Jehovah Witness house. There's a black gate next to it, and there's two dogs, a black dog, and the brown dog is the one that's scary. So if you go through the Doodle the Google Google book, again, I just make fun of it. I think it's funny. You can buy it at FedEx. Their literature. Oh my God, their literature there. I doodled the Google for $9.99 or $8.99. You could find it online. Turn the front page upside down. Turn the book upside down. You'll see something else on there too. So it's Brain Games, Dare to Doodle, Creative Exercises for a Healthy Noodle by Pill Publications, P-I-L Publications. I have it on my blog. You can go online. You can save it as a picture on your desktop. You can upload it on your blogger. And all the books I have on there are for the public information. The public has the right to know. And also, I trust the resources. The resources are supposed to be for the people, by the people, of the people. They're reliable. FBI, DHS, reports suspicious activity and suspicious people. You can hold corrupt officials like cops in Santa Monica accountable. For example, in Houston, there is a 21 independent civilian review board that holds corrupt cops accountable to the public through internal affairs. 21 independent civilian review boards, and it was per the city of Houston. So you can do the same thing here. Anti-gang violence. I'm sick of the gang members, especially the ones at OPCCs. They're mostly sex offenders who use the resources there, and gang members and Occupy. The violence there is brutal. Staff is lukewarm about it at best, and that's something a little too friendly. And I'm sick of it because I'm the type of person who needs the resources because of my extenuating circumstances. Obviously, I wouldn't be there if it wasn't for this shit. And Tina White illegally took the roof over my head in Sacramento, California, 515 21st Street, Midtown Manor, 95814. If it wasn't for her and they kept my disability money, I wouldn't be homeless, and I probably wouldn't be here. Tina White is best friends with the cops up in Sacramento. She's got friends down here. She's also a white supremacist. I think they're connected to Nancy Durthick. They keep ruling in the homeless. I'm like, are they fatalistic? Because Cornell Battle lives in there, and as a property proprietor or some other shit, I'm like owner, and he had the audacity to ask me for a letter of recommendation to give him for his expungement. He's the next con 7 years. They were on Botox confidence, like it's normal what their facial expressions are. Here's another one. Watch. And they show up at the most inopportune time to intimidate a citizen journalist. Now, I was hearing rumors that I was blacklisted in Sacramento. Is that even true? I'm like, like, yeah. But anyway, I'm giving information to the public because I think it's very important. The Jill Thompson books are very important, like last year, because from instinct would tell me that, they should be reading it. People should be reading it by now. Jill Thompson, for example, Delirium's Party. I read only the first one. Scary Godmother refers to Lourdes Gonzalez, I think. She was Jesse Alexander Rubio's, my brother's godmother when he was a little boy. She is a Jehovah's Witness now, but she's no good. Anyway, my nuclear family, I'm saying hi, and starts with a D. It's for his own protection, and I love him very much. And my brother's little boy, and Vero and Dennis, I love very much, both of them. And La Niña, they're very important to me because the Wellspring was involved with a lot of child abuse, sexual exploitation, child molestation, the children who go there, and the kids were being intimidated if they reported it to me. So one of them asked me for help directly, and I'm worried about them. I love them both, Vero and Dennis. This is Sylvia Lydia Morelos. The literature is very important. The stuff that's sold at FedEx. And there's a Jennifer Eyre White, ZZZ for the practical napper. The avidly recumbent, my lower back is killing me. They weren't kidding. As for the rest of you, the public needs to pay attention to that. As for the rest of you, it says in there, it's also on my Facebook page, parts of it. They responded to my writing about something similar to blackout writing. I was writing to a Daily Bruin article in 2013 around March, which talked about Minion. It had nothing to do with Daily Bruin, but it had something to do with Hollywood. The Daily Bruin, it's something I used to write for in '97. Anyway. It's about Minions and the movie, with the Minions and the subterranean devils, and I'm the one who wrote it. And people are always stealing my stuff and taking credit for stuff that I write. Intellectual property theft of. That's like at the bottom of my list of rape, torture, child abuse, all kinds of stuff. And they've called me their gold mine or their bread and butter. I've heard them before. And they sold it to World Market. They have it at World Market for $4.95. Minorities, killing minorities, making money off of them after they're already dead. Like Living, Loving, and Laugh, blogspot.com for $4.95. My undergraduate student ID at UCLA was 200-878-XXX. The PO behind it was $200. $4.95. And Matt, I was shocked when I saw it. They also have a world market in Westwood off of Santa Monica and Westwood. I haven't had the opportunity to go in there yet. It's pretty horrifying what these people do with minorities' work after they're already dead. Anyway, because technically I've survived a lot, and is an understatement. You know, I'm babbling because I have a lot on my mind, but I'm going to head down to Santa Monica Beach. I wouldn't trust Craig A. Latham worth a dime. You know, no pun intended, I think. But he does carry a fake ID with 81474 on it from Arizona. I asked him for it. I'm like, do you have a fake ID? I mean, do you have an ID? Are you trying to hurt me in any way, shape, or form? You know, so I got it out of him like the very first week I met him. And for the record, I don't fuck shit. Okay, so no, I've been abstinent and celibate for almost 3 years now. I'm like, I'm not in that mode right now. Who in their right mind would do that? I'm trying to survive these fuckers. So yeah, I'm not going to get together with some weirdo and lying about their identities, lying about their age. I'm like, I would have gone off on a tangent in a whole different direction, mind you. You know, Craig A. Latham, bye. You know, but I'm like, no, I'm 41 years old. I didn't think I'd make it to 40, and I'm 41. I just turned 41, and I miss my baby brother Jesse. From my understanding, he was murdered by these people. And thank you to certain people at a Southern California hospital who gave me back my computer. The registered nurse, she was really nice, and the administrator registered nurse, very nice, and the Lionel, who was very, very, very efficient and professional, and two were really cool. And anyway, supposedly, from what I understand, these people, these other people murdered my brother Jesse, and everyone's aware of it, and they don't want to see it, these fuckers. So the people involved, and there's a freeway right behind me, and I know that they're, you know, right there. And with Sylvia, YouTube is great for this stuff, the YouTube Hangouts, and I got my computer back. It went missing for a while. They kept my computer at Southern California Hospital, Culver City. They sent me down to Eisenhower Convalescent Home, believe it or not, in Pasadena. And I'm like, wait, I'm carrying my YouTube bag. I have a bag, a red tote bag, and I better show it before someone else steals it and claims to be me. I have a red tote bag, and there it is, with YouTube on it. And I'm carrying a blue, I'm carrying a blue sleeping bag. So they've done it before. They've stolen my clothing. The tort law, TORTLAW, moral turpitude is an understatement. I took a criminal law class in 2009 in San Diego with an A, obviously, on it. An A. No, I don't do gang signs. I hate that crap. And I'm like thinking there's a meaning to their madness because I'm also a writer. So they may want to break my fingers or my arm, you know, so because I won't write and obviously post on YouTube. And I need help with stalking and stalking laws and violence against me by sick fucks. To Sylvia, do not trust the people using the resources at OPCC 503 Olympic Boulevard. There's another OPCC, I remember from 2 years ago, not too far from there. I was here 2 years ago, and the first thing I said, one of the first things I said, OPCC is a terrorist hub. I wasn't too far off the mark back then either. Sylvia Lydia Morelos. I will look for other resources. Salvation Army. There's a women's resource center somewhere here. They're very evasive about that shit. And at OPCC, it's like pulling teeth trying to get resources out of them. And I know there's a women's resource center. Women's resource centers are very important. If it wasn't for the resource centers, I wouldn't be here. And it's our extenuating circumstances. And I usually look for women's resource centers for obvious reasons. Sex offenders and criminals are the ones who usually go to OPCC to use the services. I'm not a sex offender or a criminal, but they have a shower, which I encounter violence by Yolanda, Carter, and Sherry, and her friend with the big tits and 5'5", and she walks around with a gray dog. They're very racist, and I've experienced racist. They have also a racist scratch Zion, M-O Zion, on the door, the gated door, M-O Zion. And I was drinking water out of a plastic cup at Starbucks next to on Sepulveda and Westwood one day, and was going to throw it away, but one of the staff members was right behind me. I'm like, wait, they gave me an instinct. He wants to take my trash, and it said on there M.O. and the name on the side was Sylvia, so Mexican and Jewish. Not funny at all, and a very racist bastard. And anyway, this is Sylvia. I'm still alive. My eye is obviously doing better. I mean, imagine the possibilities when you get 8 hours of sleep for 3 weeks in a row, with a roof over your head, and nutrition 3 meals a day, and anxiety pills every other day. I'm not schizophrenic. I don't have mental illness. I've recovered from the mental abuse over the years with the psychological behavioral health in San Diego, California. For the record, Michael Juan from South Bay Guidance Center, administrators following me around, dark asshole, and he used to be he's a former gang member for Huntington Park, and the South Bay Guidance Center is where he used to work at as an administrator. And he's following me around, stalking, and his gang member friends are around. Ana Ayala is another one. She went to high school at Los Angeles High School. I met her one time during recess when I was like 16, and who knows through who. And she's also a gang member, and I hate her. And Jose Ambrosio went to Berendel Junior High School. He's a criminal, been a criminal for years. Belmont, I think he dropped out of Belmont, I'm not sure. I'm a college graduate, Los Angeles High School class of 92. These are some of the criminals following me around and stalking me. Be wary of them, because they're very corrupt, evil people. Gang members, I'm anti-gang member. And be wary of OPCC, Occupy, WASP-BY, WASP the Y, Scientologists, obviously, and Craig A. Latham and their type. And this is Sylvia Lydia Morelos, and I will speak to you soon. If I don't get online or Facebook, it's not voluntary. They either stole my computer, got me off of the internet again, the library. They keep kicking me out of the library in San Diego to prevent me from posting to DHS. Bell Security, 330 Park Boulevard, 92101. There's also Glide, 330 Ellis, San Francisco, California, 94103. At the whims of the benefactors, there's some of them, Credo included. This is Sylvia Lydia Morelos. This is what I do. This is what I report. Public needs to know. Do the little homework, do the literature, knowledge is power, all that jazz. I'm not into violence, so be on the lookout for me somewhere. You can always come up and ask me questions, because these people are pretty brutal. You should always get the information from the horse's mouth, not rely on gossip. Misinformation and WikiLeaks is what they do, and people go off on a tangent with that crap. And I'm Christian, I'm Catholic, and ignore the vice of man. It's just common sense. Gossip, just the evil tongue, it just cuts like a knife, and just ignore it. Sylvia Lydia Morelos, thanks, bye. And this is April 26th on a Sunday, about 7:11 in the morning. Thanks, bye.